Star Trek. Want to see a dead body? What's Bad Cop doing here? Punk nerd.
My name is Fat Mike, I'm an old punk rocker who's more well known for being a shit talker, a troublemaker and iconoclast. I thought I'd do more damage with my own podcast.
Stand by me. Corey Feldman. Child stars. Make weird adults. Episode 30. Dill Eatin with Wil Wheaton. Did you know that you can actually see this podcast? Stream the video now at NoCapShows.com and watch it commercial-free with bonus episodes, backstage footage, exclusive vinyl, and have Fat Mike and Sam listen to your band and tell you if you suck. Go to NoCapShows.com right now and quit listening, start watching.
I'm not clapping. You don't have to. I'm not clapping.
I always feel weird.
I don't know why.
Like, few things bother me more than being in a place where applause doesn't feel appropriate and applause breaks out. Like airplanes. I am not a big fan of people who clap when the plane lands.
God.
I'm a clapper.
You are really?
Well, the whole band, when we land and we don't die.
Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah.
Wow.
We do the thing with the arms too.
Yeah.
When you land.
It's like going like a roller coaster.
A roller coaster.
Yeah. No, when you go up. Woo!
That actually sounds really fun. I'm missing out. On that.
It bothers people a lot. So so punk rockers.
So you do it.
I say too, like if something's gonna happen with the plane, it's gonna happen when you're taking off because they're going full fucking force.
Right.
Yeah.
So once you're up there, I mean, the thing's got wings. She'll make
I
it.
like turbulence. Turbulence calms me. I don't know why. Up there, like the bumpiness. I'm like,
Because your life is
sweet.
turbulent,
I guess
Stacey.
that's maybe it.
Yeah.
It's like I know how to navigate in turbulence.
I hate flying so much. I have trained myself to fall asleep the instant I get on the plane.
Yeah.
And I sleep until we
That's
land.
this one.
Chemical upgrade.
I am asleep before the plane takes off.
Oh,
The
yeah.
last time my wife and I flew across country, we got there and I was like, "How was the flight?" And she's like, "It was awful. I can't believe you didn't wake up." And I was like, "I love hearing that."
What, so you drug yourself?
I don't. I just go to sleep.
Narcoleptic.
Crazy.
I guess. I don't know. It's just like after lots of practice, you know. Just like,
Do you not
"Let me
do that because
this."
of tour? Like, do you not like cars will rock me to sleep? Like, my boss wouldn't
As soon
let
as
me.
I get in the-
He made me drive all the time because once I cross the arms in a car, it doesn't matter. 2 o'clock.
My
6
son's
a.m.
the same way.
I'm
Yeah,
not-
since he was a
Same.
baby, my son
Same.
just. My son he gets.
He
in the
could cross
car.
his arms when he was a
My-
baby?
Oh, he was amazing. You
Wow.
would blow your mind if the internet had existed.
I don't think that would blow
then.
my mind.
Well, no, it really would. It would have been an absolute viral clip of an adorable little Ryan just putting his little arms up, and then people would have sent around my kid doing this. He would have been like the success kid, except it would have been my little guy.
Okay, well, congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you, appreciate that.
How old is your baby?
He's 32.
And he hasn't, no prison or anything like that.
No prison.
Yeah, see?
Nope. He's in
See, Sam? You could go through life without going to prison.
He's in graduate school.
Well, I mean, fuck, you look like you're 32, man.
I know, right?
Jesus Christ.
I turned 50 in 2 weeks.
Whoa.
So your
Isn't
kid's
that the
really
weirdest
32?
thing? Yeah, he is.
Wow.
So it was an accident?
My wife had him a week before her 20th birthday. I met them when she was 26 and he was 4.
Oh.
Okay.
And his brother was. I'm sorry. Ryan was 5 and Nolan was 3 when I met them.
Kids. Am I right?
Yeah.
I think my kids. I love my kids. My kids are rad.
Well, I love my kid.
I am super into my kids.
I love your kid.
Huge fan.
She's a good kid. I
Huge
love
fan.
Yeah, if she ever called me back. She's going to San Diego State.
it. I know it.
I know. Party school.
I mean, there's a lot in San Diego.
Tijuana Nights.
Yeah. Top Gun. Fighter Town. Yeah, that's where she's going.
It's way more interesting
Turn off
down
your
there
phone,
than it is at
Sam.
home.
My mom.
Fighter. Oh, tell her I said hi.
What?
Tell
I'm not
Kim.
going to say anything.
Kim.
Kim.
UCSD.
Yeah. His mom's good at pool.
Really?
Yeah, she's a barfly for sure.
Yeah.
She's from way back.
All right.
Yeah, I've seen her get in more fights than my friends.
She is.
She's a.
I met her at the motorcycle clubhouse.
Oh, it took your money.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
not for that. Just because she beat me in pool.
Oh,
Friend of mine is a comedian who is obnoxiously good at pool. Just like it's upsetting how good he is at pool.
And he's a comedian.
And he's a
so
comedian.
kicks your ass and then makes fun
Joe
of you.
Rogan?
100% of the time. No, my friend Chris.
Does he beat Joe Rogan? Tell me yes.
Probably.
Somebody beat Joe Rogan.
Unpopular opinion, I'm sure, with the audience. I despise Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
So I would love for him to lose at everything. But
Wow, I didn't know you were such a hateful person.
only when it comes
Only when it comes to Joe
only when it comes to fascists and people who enable them. That is the only time I'm a hateful person.
You know what? Well, there's not many times I like the guests, but you're fucking okay in my book, man.
So apparently, so
a
my
little
buddy
bit
says
of
that the
this.
key to being really good at pool is spending a lot of time in bars. That was the end of that story. He was like, that's just after shows, we would go to bars, and I just got really good at pool.
We got good at by betting drink tickets when we'd show up and do sound check, and they
Yeah.
give you the drink tickets at the shitty clubs. Like Annie's Social Club is where that shit started.
Oh, Annie's Social Club.
Annie's,
Yeah.
I just found my patch the other
It's a
day.
covered wagon too. Many in the Cherry Bar.
I learned how to play pool with the
Did you
Asians
ever go
at
up to
college.
any punk shows in in San Francisco area?
The Asian
I've
pool league.
I've never been to a
Good.
single show in
bet.
San Francisco that
It's
I
the
wasn't.
math.
Let's have our own conversation. We don't need to. No, we should have one
Yeah.
single conversation. There's just so many people here. This is like dinner.
Yeah.
And why are the girls? Why are you all the ladies at the table?
Judges.
You're at the kids' table.
I mean,
I mean,
listen,
we're up
I
here.
would
The
say that
kids'
they're at
table.
the adults' table, and I'm in timeout.
You are. You're in the mush pot.
Yeah, totally.
We should play Duck Duck Goose here.
That would be fun.
We don't play enough Duck Duck Goose. What are we doing here? We haven't done this in a while.
No, we haven't. It's good to see
You want to
man.
introduce your guests? Nobody's
Why?
said anybody's name.
Everyone knows who everyone is. It's Lynn.
Hey.
That's it. That's all anybody cares about.
Okay.
Lynn, I have a question for you. Okay, actually, we have Wil Wheaton here.
Hello.
He is a punk rocker
Author.
and an actor. And this is Bad Cop, Bad Cop.
It's true.
Hello.
It's true.
Hello. Oh, hi.
Yeah, so we're mixing
Hey,
guests,
Justin.
and we all got here because Will said he's a big fan of Bad Cop, Bad Cop.
Yay.
That is also true.
Yeah, it kind of blew us away. We had
Yeah,
that
I saw
came
the
out of
post and I
nowhere.
You guys have never met before.
No.
Good, that's good.
Yeah, but
Fan out, Will. Get
not
some.
obviously.
And
You're
Lynn,
a fan. I mean, Stand By Me was a huge.
That's when I first
It was one of my little brother's
Oh.
favorite movies. He used to play it like all little boys did, roll up his blanket
Yeah.
and go out for a couple hours with the kids in the
That's so
neighborhood.
cool.
what about the mosquitoes? Didn't he have a problem with the mosquitoes?
I'm from Half Moon Bay and it's too cold for
Oh, it is.
mosquitoes.
You're
Shoot.
so lucky.
Which is like Massachusetts weather.
Yeah.
I'm from Massachusetts.
It gets pretty hot over there, bro.
Does that have anything to do with what we're talking about?
Nope.
No, Lynn,
Yes.
have you thought about changing your last name to Delinda?
Linda.
Linda,
Hey, I mean,
come on.
I could.
It went right over my fucking head.
It's a band, right?
Linda.
Yeah.
It's a
maybe
song. It's a hit song in Japan.
You could buy a T-shirt and it would have your name on it.
I know. I wouldn't have to do much.
Well, that's the question I've
Zero
been dying
effort.
to ask you.
Oh my God.
Well, her name really is Linda.
Yep.
It's not just
Linda
Lynn.
Lee.
Really?
Yeah,
Linda Lee.
Sure
Yeah,
is.
Lee.
Linda Lee, Stacy D, Myra.
G.
Myra G.
Myra G.
For real? No.
Yeah. Well, Galarza, but we
You guys-
I say G.
How do you get Jenny's name in there? What do you say?
Jenny C.
Jenny C.
Jenny C.
Hey.
We call her JC.
Why are your parents such misers with the last name letters? Splurge a little. It doesn't cost anything.
You know, I always wanted a
you
really
kidding
long
me?
last name too. It was one of those things I was like, I'm poor and I got a short last name.
I'm
Is it-
Mexican,
My parents-
so I do have four last names.
My parents never wanted to put on the AC, let alone the heat, let alone extend her last name even further than 2 letters.
First name.
I mean,
It's just 2 letters.
It's just 2 letters.
That's messed up. I mean, D is at least 3 letters, I
yeah,
believe.
It's 3.
2 letters,
Yeah.
and it's mispronounced all the time too.
Yeah.
So is this a woman thing? Short last names for powerful women?
Yes.
Keep it easy. I mean, it's got to be 1 syllable, because otherwise there's not enough punch to it. If it's more than 1 syllable.
It sounds, like
If you're Mexican,
like a swear
that
word.
doesn't work.
Yee.
We have the long
Lee.
last name.
D.
That's true.
I know.
Yeah, but you guys get to put a little funk on it.
Yeah,
You know what I
well,
mean? Like
Say,
you,
Myra,
you get-
say
you
all
get-
your names.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Well-
you got like 20 names.
you can't say O'Connor. Like you can say like
Garcia Gutierrez, Dominguez Galarza. Those are all my last names.
Yes.
So cool.
Yeah.
Is that French?
No. There might be a French in one of those.
What's your background? You French?
I am not. I am. I guess sort of like my. I guess it's my ethnicity is like mostly like northern, like British Isles, like Scotland and northern England, and then everything else is from Panama.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
You could have led with Panama, man.
So
So
like I the side of my family that came from Europe, super racist Confederates.
Yeah.
Get out.
Real excited about that. One of them was a major in the Confederate Army. Feel great about that.
You look like you could be an officer in the Confederate Army.
I do, right?
Yeah.
The other side of my family, they're all immigrants from Panama who like came to America against the wishes of the other side of my family.
Right.
So that's the side that I identify with and I really love and feel. And
How about that Noriega? How about that invasion? That pissed off your people?
You know, it's strangely never really came up.
Your people.
It never really
I mean,
came
it was
up.
pretty weird. They took out the president because he wanted to take the Panama Canal back. Well, he did, and they called him a cocaine dealing Satan worshiper.
Yeah, it's weird. It's almost like the CIA threw out their government, put in their guy, and their guy was like, I don't want to be your guy anymore. And the
Right.
CIA was like, hey, well, have you met our military?
I mean, that's
Yeah.
I think
That's
I feel
some
like
Saddam
You know,
Hussein
Jeb-
I feel like that's
too.
kind of what I feel like. I sort of feel like the history of America in the 20th
Yeah.
century kind of goes along those lines.
Yes.
With the Dulles brothers sort of like in the center of all of it.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much just like the history of fucking time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like human nature is just there to just fuck things up. Like the CIA,
Do bad
the
stuff.
CIA
To do
took somebody
terrible
out
things to
and
each
did
other.
terrible shit. No way. Since their conception.
Your microphone is just moving down, bud.
Oh, no.
You're losing it.
That's a shame.
Is that what you're feeling on the inside, Sam?
His belly button has some shit to say.
It's because it's not you. I drank a little too much whiskey.
Can we get those pickles?
It tips
John, can we get those pickles?
You do this
I love
every time.
pickles.
It's not gonna fix.
Well, I brought
Are they from Canners?
pickles.
Did you really?
Well, they're in the fridge. Maybe Johnny can.
I'll go get you.
Are they
Thank
Canners
you.
pickles?
Thanks, Chris.
Can I also have a
That
vodka
one.
soda?
Yeah, it's a very,
beer is
it's
almost
a very
gone.
refreshing.
Are you drinking again, Stacey? Look out!
Oh, come on. I've been drinking for years. Well,
She
Sam's
hasn't
over
stopped.
there.
Snap, 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 honey.
What I don't
Snap,
do
honey.
anymore is blowing pills.
Well, that's
Yeah.
a shame.
Fuck blow.
Oh, well, that's a shame.
I just. You want?
Are those Canners pickles?
No, they're dill pickles because
They
we're
look
Win
like
in
they're
Fresno.
from Canners.
we're dill eating with Wil Wheaton.
Oh, I'm getting out of that.
all right.
Yeah.
Now you have to
Can you
have
pass
it.
these over?
Thank you.
I prepared for this.
You got some gherkins
We
in here?
eating pickles.
Like a gherkin.
Yeah, we are. Dill eating.
In my refrigerator at my house
Oh,
right
look
now
at
is a
even the
jar of pickles
small
that I made
ones.
Ooh.
using garlic, dill, and cucumbers I grew in my garden.
Oh, I love that.
We
Are
garden.
they good?
I haven't gotten into them yet. They're not ready.
Oh, I like when they're not done.
Oh, yeah?
Pickles are better that way.
I could tell this pickle isn't as saturated as like a Vlasic or something. It seems more sophisticated.
Vlasic.
The Jewish delis. It's like
Wow.
they don't take the
That's good.
time.
It's less.
It's
right.
less. It's better.
Good.
It's like it doesn't have like the preservatives in it.
Or
like
something,
usually.
right?
Yeah.
That's or that.
I
heavy
just got
soak.
them
It's like
for the
craft single
for the
folks.
dill eating with Wil Wheaton joke. That's why.
Look, I mean, it was a great joke. It was a really good joke.
Yeah, it's
And I got to eat a pickle out of it. So, like,
Yeah.
It's a win-win
Do you want
situation.
another
I'm
one?
feeling good about it.
this.
Yeah, I do.
like-
Yeah,
Would you like
this
that?
this podcast is going swimmingly.
I'm going to have a gherkin.
Did you guys go swimming? You're all wet.
I was swimming. Yeah,
Okay.
I attempted.
I thought he couldn't swim.
I can't.
Oh.
I was a surf instructor in Costa Rica, and I don't know how to swim. I almost drowned when I was a kid.
He swims
I
like
can do
this.
it.
It's so cute.
I mean, I can like you can throw me off a boat. I'm gonna get back to shore.
He knows how to survive. Sam
Yeah,
King
I-
knows
I-
how to
I
survive.
can
One
survive.
thing.
I can't swim. I mean, I'm not gonna give you no fucking butterfly wop wop or whatever.
The butterfly
Oh,
wop
wop,
wop.
wop.
Yeah.
Whatever. But when I was
It's one of my favorite dives.
the wop wop.
The wop wop, the butterfly
yeah,
wop
yeah.
wop.
I like the
is
triple
amazing.
Lindy. The triple Lindy is pretty awesome.
It's pretty
It
good.
is a good one.
It's no butterfly wop wop.
I mean,
Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. I used to work in Costa Rica as a surf instructor, and I would just like hype people up if they were dickheads. I would like make them pop up like Point Break because that's all I've seen. Never fucking surfed. Pop up like this.
Go ahead and
Make
pop
'em
up.
Wop wop.
And I keep them making pop up till they
Pop
would
up the
gas
wop
out,
wop.
and they would be like they would get to white water and they would leave. But if they were super cool the night before or whatever, I liked them, I'd be like, they'd pop up twice. I'd be like, shut the fuck up. You've surfed before. Quit fucking with me.
Right.
I'd push them in a little white water and they'd get up. And they'd be like, oh, you're not going to go out? I'm like, nah, there was a contest last week.
That's amazing.
Fucked it up, but I would give them confidence. I'd be like, yo, do what you just did here over there where those things are doing this thing. You know, don't breathe underwater.
doing
and you got
this thing.
Yeah.
Don't breathe
I mean,
underwater.
I never knew when to tell them to go out at the right tide or anything, you know.
Yeah.
But I still get some emails like of people surfing. That
Good.
What I'm getting out of this is that the licensing for surf instructors in Costa Rica is not as strict as I was led to believe it was.
I mean, that's what happens when you don't have.
Good point. That's a good point, Wil Wheaton.
But how many people learned how to surf because there was no red tape?
The red
I mean,
tide.
maybe not as many as you think, but certainly more than I think.
I mean, we lost a couple.
You know, I'm gonna ask.
You have to be willing to accept a few losses.
Something about making eggs and omelets.
Right,
and
sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask our guests questions.
Okay.
We're talking about swimming.
Well, we were.
We were.
In Costa Rica. Oh boy, that's bad cop. Bad cop. I'm gonna start with the girls here.
Hey.
Hi.
I got nothing.
So good.
You do too.
Stacy.
Yes.
What's it like to be a girl?
Crampy.
You know,
See, I'm prepared.
crampy. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've got a...
You don't know. That's a good answer. You don't know.
I know what... I don't know. I guess it feels...
Do you relate to being a
You didn't
girl?
expect that question, did you?
It's
See, I know
more
you
a
so
woman.
well, Stacy D.
You stumped me.
I know everything about you.
You really do.
I just don't know what it's like.
To be a girl.
Yeah.
Well, you know, always have been more, I would say, I've always been accepted by the dudes. You know, you guys are two of my closest friends. You might not admit it on this show.
Oh, I admit that shit.
Shit, we talk about it every day.
Okay. Well, so you know, it's like I feel, you know.
You're very vague.
Well, I'm just saying that like gender is fluid.
Oh, you don't say.
You're like a walking Xanax.
You know, it was kind of a rhetorical question. You know, I wasn't expecting a real vague answer like that one.
I'm sorry.
It was great.
Okay.
I'm going to move on to the more famous guest here.
Yeah.
Wil Wheaton. So, I understand you write books.
I do.
Why? And wait, before you answer,
Yeah.
apparently the New York Times, you're on the best books of all time list, #1.
It's
Wow.
not that good.
That's
But
good.
yeah,
That's
you
good
know,
in our book.
I wrote a
Get it.
book and it came out in earlier this year, and it was #9 on the New York Times bestseller list.
Fuck yeah.
That was really cool. It was really cool.
There's only
And-
15 books
and
on the
that's it
list.
in the whole world.
No, but on the list, there's only 15.
Yeah, this one stops at 10.
Wow.
Yeah,
Top
I
10.
barely made
Top
the
10.
cutoff. I
That's-
barely made the
That's
cutoff,
something.
but I made it.
Hey.
Like,
Amazing.
it was really cool. It felt really good.
And did you write it by yourself, or did a ghost write it for you?
I wrote it in a room full of ghosts.
Good.
The book is, I like to moderately bring it down. The book is really about how I survived child abuse and child exploitation, and how I found my life and my goals and like what I wanted to do with myself, kind of out of the ashes of an extraordinarily abusive father and a super manipulative mother. So like,
Where did he hit you? Did he hit you a lot?
In a way, he was emotionally abusive until I was a teenager. And then when I was a teenager, it wasn't hitting and slapping. It was constant menacing, like big physical menacing, a lot of like aggressive jabbing in my chest all of the time.
That's
you
the
know,
worst. I can't
a lot of that.
that.
And a couple of times he picked me up by my neck and shook me.
Oh my God.
And
Shaking
and
teenager
it was-
syndrome.
and
Did
it
you get
was-
that?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. Somehow I had learned how to like, keep my neck tight or whatever. So like in sort of like, a joking, not
Your neck
joking-
looks good now.
Thank you very much.
You're
I think
50 and your neck looks pretty good.
I really, it's because you got to do neck
Built the
crunches.
muscles.
Neck crunches
Strong ass
every
neck,
night,
boy.
every night. So I guess like joking, not joking. There were a lot of ghosts in the room when I wrote this book.
Oh, well, I'm glad you got it out.
When I went through
Yeah.
it, me too.
Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
Did
Takes a
you
lot,
did you
to
feel
be
like
honest.
once you got it all down on paper and you like read the whole thing, drafted it out? Did you like feel like you exercised some shit? Did you feel better about it?
when I wrote it, I didn't. When I wrote it, I felt like really re-traumatized because I had gone through and relived a lot of that experience. But then when I went and did the audio version of it, and I sat in the booth for about a week, and I worked on it every day, and I narrated it, and I said it out loud, I don't know what it is. Something happened when the words came out of my mouth, and I felt it like resonate in my chest, and I like felt the emotion of saying all of these things. All the catharsis and all of the kind of like healing and closure and stuff that I'd kind of hoped I would get in the writing, it all happened in the speaking of it. And it's interesting to me, and I don't know why. I know something happened, and I just don't know what it is.
I think like that might be like therapy. You know, it's like it's just the act of saying it out loud.
Makes it,
you know, it's like you're like taking
the power out of it, right? Mike has always said, Stacey, you should do a record where you tell your story by songs, right? Because there's some stuff in there, and I'm always too scared to, you know, it's because I get re-traumatized, and I'm trying to have a real good, happy life, and so you don't want to.
Well, yeah, and we did 2 songs for that record, and she said, I can't do this anymore.
Well, because I got sick. Remember, I ended up in the hospital, and then I was like, "Is this too negative?" But I'm processing because I do want to do it.
But Stacey, you sang on the Co-Defendants record,
and I did. And when I did, I sang on this Co-Defendants record, and I was able to say some shit, and I sang it with like, I needed to get this out. Didn't you? Right? I had to, and it was.
Yeah, Will, you got to hear the song that she sang, and you got to listen to this book that
I will.
He spoke.
I'll trade you.
Tradesies, yeah.
Love it.
I'd like tradesies. I just don't have anything to trade you.
That's all right. You know what? I'll
yeah, how about your kimono? Or is that just a robe?
I'll have it. I'll take a player to be named later.
Okay.
That works super well for me.
I like that. Yeah.
Hi, Fat Mike here on Fat Mike's Fat Mike. What am I doing here? Well, we haven't managed to get any sponsors yet. And a lot of people don't want to advertise on Fat Mike's Fat Mike. Maybe because me and Sam are controversial. So I decided to do my own commercials. Hey, if you're looking for a mini dumpster, a home street home dumpster that's hand painted, look at this. Look at that little thing. And you open it up. Wait, don't. It comes with 57 inches. Look at this. Of songs from the musical. Look at that. Lady with a gun. And, that guy's Nico. He's a real creep. Anyway, 104 songs on 57 inches. And, they're, gold vinyl. And some are colored. Some are silver, too. If you want to see what they look like, see on the back, if you put them all together, it makes a big mural. Watch this video. That's me on the pool table. Okay. See? All that. And you can, if you want, you can just order a dumpster, for trash. I won't put it outside because the garbage man might just take the whole thing. But, yeah, get one of these. So go to homestreethomemusic.com and order your dumpster or your 7 inches, or just look at it. It's pretty cool. There it is. My first commercial, or my second. I don't know. And Sam sings. You sing a lot of lyrics about abuse too.
Listen, let's get back to the famous.
Okay,
Move on.
So
I'm not ready to be catharsis.
So Kiefer Sutherland was a bully too.
Jerry O'Connell tells this story about how scared of Kiefer he was when we did Stand By Me. He tells this story about Kiefer just being really threatening and intimidating and terrifying, and he was not that to me at all.
Have you seen the movie with the chicken on the car? Have you seen 24? 24.
I was there for a lot of it. And he was never
eyebrows.
like that to me.
O'Connell was also Vern.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he was in a headspace of being a little bitch.
My mom. I remember when I was when we were like on the set. I remember my mom being like, you have to behave yourself around the older actors, and you need to be respectful of them, and I was like, okay, I get it. And I thought the best way to be respectful to these other actors is to like treat them like we're all equal as actors. You know, I'm like 12 and figuring all of this out, and I'm just thinking like, well, yeah, we're all professionals, and this is pretend, and who we really are is real, and that's the way I approached it.
So you're pretty arrogant at 12.
I mean, I don't know if I was
Sounds like that too. We're all equals here.
I don't know if I was
Mr.
arrogant
Dreyfus.
as much as I was just.
I've never heard of her.
It wasn't really arrogance. It was just massive ignorance and just the like this innocence of like, well, why wouldn't we be cool to each other? Like I didn't understand. Like, why wouldn't you be cool to the people you're going to spend?
Well, you should
3
be.
months
Yeah,
around,
you should be.
Right?
Everybody should.
Everybody should be, and
Yeah.
every profession and everything people do with and everything.
Yeah, don't be a kook.
And punk rockers do. I think they do that. Like
Right.
punk
If you
rock
don't like
bands.
them.
You could see
We're,
even
we're
when we
friendly
got here,
and
Yeah.
we have respect
how
for each
happy
other.
it is to see everybody here. You know,
Yeah.
it's like it's a very tight.
And Will came
family.
in cool as fuck
It's-
too. Says hi to everybody. Like high
awesome.
five. Nobody's like egoed out.
Well, Will's a
And you
punk
said-
rocker.
And
Will's
he's
a
also a
rocker.
skateboarder too. You were talking about skateboarding.
I'm a skateboard enthusiast.
Yeah.
I am a skate park observer. I cannot stand on a skateboard at all.
But you know
I
the cul-
tried
but
and
you know the
tried and
culture.
tried and tried, but I feel so at home and so happy at a skate park.
Yeah.
And like
From the bleachers.
so absolutely,
Yeah.
like I'm never down to the bowl. Forget it.
the kids down there with a
like-
broken arm.
but-
You're like, you're fucked.
you know, you said that thing about like punk and like kind of the punk community, and like when I was a kid and discovered punk in my early teens, it was partially that there was this vibe to the music that really just kind of like said the stuff that I liked, but also whenever I was around people who liked the same kind of music, nobody gave a shit about what anybody did or what anybody looked like or like where
Yeah,
anybody
yeah.
lived, you know?
Right.
Like there were kids that lived up on the hill where the rich people lived, and there were kids that lived with us down like in the valley and shit, and like we were just at a show, you know, in somebody's backyard. And like I always really liked that. And I really enjoyed feeling like I was part of that community, and I like never left.
Yeah, well, once you're a punk rocker, you're always a punk rocker.
Yeah.
You don't grow out of it. Your
Yeah.
parents think you will, but you don't.
Right. I went to see, like right before the pandemic, I took my son to see Reverend Horton Heat, The Damned, and X.
Nice.
All
Oh,
together
that's
at
a hell
OC
of a lineup.
Fairgrounds.
Good one.
Oh my God, what a
snap,
show.
snap, snap, snap.
What a fucking show. What a fucking show that was. The Damned played Machine Gun Etiquette start to finish. And X played
good.
almost all of Los Angeles. It was so cool. Anyway, while we were there.
Oh, good.
So while we were there, and it's my son's first, he grew up with me, so punk is all he's ever heard. And so we went to, and he was like, oh my God, I recognize these songs from like listening to them in your car. And we're just like, I am enjoying him enjoying this that I've enjoyed since I was a little kid. And I had this moment when I looked around and thought like, there's a lot of fucking old people here for a punk show. What is going on?
Well, if you add the ages of those bands together, it's about 700 or 800 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was
I mean, it really,
Got a few centuries in there.
so
Damn,
for
he's a
all
big
of us,
accomplishment.
right?
those bands, 250 years. So I
Yeah.
think X is about 250
I
years
mean,
old.
just
Yeah.
themselves.
alone
Just
is
alone.
250
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Right? But
Collectively,
like,
yeah.
but we were there. We're sitting there, and I just thought, you know, like we're all middle-aged weirdos, and we all are here in this place, and like we're basically 15 years old again for the next 6 hours or however long the show lasts. And I just really loved that. I just thought that was really cool. I love that environment existed, and my kid still talks about the show. So that was pretty cool.
So great.
Do you girls ever feel like that? Like sometimes when like you're on tour and you've been going for a
We
couple.
feel
of,
old? Yes,
Well, no,
all
you're
the
like,
time.
well, yeah. I mean, you girls don't look a day over 20. First of all, secondly,
Asian don't raisin, honey.
Oh,
Until we're 90, and then we start bending over and like walking at like
Asian
negative
space.
2
You get
miles
the
an
funny-
hour.
Asian
Yeah,
space.
you know, and picking up the cans very slowly into the shopping carts. You know, gotta recycle.
Cans, huh?
Yeah,
You
only
mainly eat
cans.
out of cans?
Only. Only, honey. Only.
That's good. You know, one thing I love about West Side Story, speaking of cans, is you can't change the
this guy
script.
into musicals.
Yeah,
He
musicals.
loves them.
Well, you know, we have an actor here, and they talk about fighting with cans. They talk about fighting with cans, like a gang fight.
Are we bringing chains, guns, knives, cans? They say cans.
Slow down, Johnny.
I know.
You're gonna get somebody killed.
Cans.
You could
crush somebody's skull.
You could get a bunk, a serious bunk.
Serious bunk. We're just having kind of a friendly dance rumble. What are you doing?
You know, and last night I got hit with some peaches and light syrup.
Well, dude,
You know how hard it is to get light syrup out of suede?
It's the string bean cans, though. It's a can of French-style string beans.
No.
Are the ones that you
I would
really
bring a ham. You know, being
Bring the
Jewish,
ham.
you get the canned ham. You get a lot of weight. Can't eat it anyway.
I'll bring Spam.
What John Carpenter
Spam.
John Carpenter did Maximum Overdrive, the coach in the beginning of the movie when all the machines get taken over by the aliens. He dies with a fucking the Coca-Cola coming out.
Oh, that's
of
right.
It
It hits him in the
hits
head.
him in the forehead and
Yeah.
sticks in there.
I didn't get to meet Stephen King when we did Stand By Me
What?
because he was directing Maximum Overdrive
Oh, no way.
when we were making Stand By Me.
So he never even came to
I have
set.
never met him.
Wow.
He made a bad choice. He should have directed Stand By Me.
I'm real glad he didn't.
No, because have you ever seen the fucking Langoliers? That shit was horrible.
The story apocryphally is that during the production of Maximum Overdrive, Stephen King was essentially a human-sized vessel for moving cocaine from one place to another, and that he was like maybe not in the greatest place to be around, you know, during that time.
Sounds like I would want to hang out. Sounds like a good time.
And I was like such a, I turned 13 during production, and I was like,
so you don't want to hang with that guy?
I don't. And I was like such a massive fan that I would have been like real bummed out. It would have been like a giant bummer for me.
What about Richard Dreyfuss? Did you meet him? Because he played older you.
So I did, but I didn't meet Richard Dreyfuss because of Stand By Me. The very first movie I ever did, I was, I think, 11, and I played opposite him in the movie. Susan Sarandon played my mom.
What movie?
The movie's called The Buddy System.
yeah.
And it's sort of like it's like a Kirkland Goodbye Girl.
I like Goodbye Girl.
Well, and listen,
Neil Simon.
Listen, if you like something that's sort of like not quite the Goodbye Girl, a little disappointing.
Oh, I love disappointments.
Yep, and also Young Me is in it. You're gonna love this movie, buddy. You're gonna love it. So I worked on this movie with him, and this was the movie that he got sober on. Because while we were making this movie, he apparently was driving his car through the Sepulveda Dam and flipped it like multiple times, got out of it and thought, I should be dead. Maybe I should go get sober. And he got sober. So we had to kind of like slow production down for a little bit of time. And so right up until that happened, and I was so young, I barely remember any of it, there were days where he just didn't come to work, you know, because he was doing whatever he was doing. All of that said, when we were on the set, he was really cool to me. He was kind, he was gentle, he was like, you're a little kid and I'm going to be cool to you. And Susan Sarandon was amazing.
Oh,
she
Janet.
She was great.
I still love Susan Sarandon.
One of the
She's the
best.
best.
I'll make that
She doesn't
Susan
fuck up.
Sarandon right now.
She doesn't fuck up.
No,
When I was a weird teenage kid and discovered Rocky Horror Picture Show, right?
Well,
When,
there you go. There you go.
Don't dream it big. Hey.
Mike Kennedy.
Yeah,
I had Lou Adler on the podcast.
Oh my
We
God.
went to his house.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I played the Beatles.
Janet.
You, that's so cool. So I discovered Rocky Horror Picture Show, and like that was when I found my people. Like I really found like that. I was just like, oh my God, these people are all weird the exact same way I am weird. And we're all making a choice to be here and be weird together. And like there's something about this. I don't know what it is, but it really matters to me. And I really want to do this. So for years, every midnight at the Rialto in South Pasadena. But seeing Susan Sarandon in that movie, and she's like sexy and beautiful and
dorky.
And is like, but she was like my mom in a movie a few years earlier.
Right.
So it took me multiple viewings of Rocky Horror Picture Show to wipe away. God, Mom, cover yourself up.
That's
That's like
good.
the original step porn right there. And I have no idea why that's like so prominent, but I have a theory that the difference between fucking Pornhub Premium and Pornhub Regular is that Pornhub. But my theory's fucked up because Pornhub Regular is step brother, step sister shit or stepdad step. But if you pay for Premium, it's girl next door. But that doesn't make sense because if you're gonna pay for it, you want the
You want to go the other
stuff.
way around.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
I mean,
I'm really
I think
happy
I'm
that that grew out of a story about me being a kid.
Well, you're basically
Well, you
talking
brought
about
up
having the
Susan
hots for
Sarandon.
Susan Sarandon, and then thinking like you're jerking off to Susan Sarandon, going, "Oh my
Okay,
God,
I
she looks like
wasn't
my
jerking
mom."
I would be very clear
We can read
about
between the
this.
lines.
No,
Yeah.
I'm very clear about
We
this.
got you.
No,
This is a safe
first of all, it would have been magenta. It would have been Patricia Quinn.
Not
It would
Columbia?
never- absolutely not. I was a magenta guy for fucking ever because she was basically Susie Sue. Like she
Yeah,
was,
I'm more Columbia.
and I was like I was like, oh, there's my ideal. So
I've never seen it.
What?
No, we were watching it one night. I'm all dressed up.
Oh, he put on a whole production for me.
I bet he dancing the whole time.
Yeah, and then he goes in his room and has sex with his girlfriend.
I got other things to do.
You gotta get
but
it out.
I mean,
the
I
problem was
guess,
we dressed
whatever.
her up. She had her heels on and all the fishnets,
fucked
and he's
me
like, "Fuck this! I'm going."
He's like, she ain't gonna
So
see
he
in
hasn't
this
seen it.
room.
you put together a whole
Bitch is
show
going
and
to my
everything.
room.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, they used to have it. So he used to have Burt Reynolds little
Electric
clown cars.
Little, like golf
And-
carts, but
Yeah.
Oh,
They
yeah.
built the living room so you could drive them in there.
little
And so he
drive-in.
was like, okay, I'd been painting the house. And it'd been like a couple weeks, and he's like, "We're gonna do a fucking little barbecue tonight. We're gonna have fun."
Yeah.
He's like, "We're gonna open up the bay windows, and we're gonna drive in here, and it's all good." I got done painting. I'm like, "I'm gonna go change." I lay down in the bed. Next thing I know, the chick's dressed like a fucking crazy, like German fucking soldier. Comes in there. It was the first time I ever had a
It's
heel
called
in my
dominatrix.
mouth.
Is what.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, it wasn't my
First
thing.
time I had a heel in my mouth.
Yeah. And the last
You never
time-
forget the first time you had
No,
a heel in
never.
your mouth.
No.
You
And that would be
never,
the last
you
time,
never
too.
forget.
It was
No, it's
very
always-
precarious.
The night
I didn't
before.
like it,
But-
Sam says. I
Yesterday.
didn't like it.
But I still haven't seen it. And I felt bad too that I didn't watch it when we went to Lou Adler's house because that was an amazing
Yeah,
experience.
should have done a little homework.
Yeah, these guys were at Lou Adler's like, I've got this little room with a bunch of little accoutrements in it. If you guys
The
want
Rocky
it."
Horror Closet.
I'm like, I'm gonna
What?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go smoke a blunt. Fuck this. I don't want you fucking shit.
Take
These
what
guys-
you want.
These guys come out with like Cheech and Chong ashtrays with joints like this long.
What?
This guy got fucking the illest.
You still got
Like
it?
Rocky Horror Picture Show
Signed
swag.
box sets.
Wow.
We were sitting on a
So
couch
cool.
that had his tattoo on it on
Yeah.
the throw pillows.
Yeah.
And like,
Wow.
Cool interview.
Super
what a
cool.
cool guy too. Like
Lou
what-
Adler's the shit.
He's in a tracksuit.
I knew his son.
He talks all
Nick.
slow.
And he's giving me the germs footage, the unreleased germs footage
No
from
way.
Cheech and Chong movie from the Roxy
Oh,
for the Punk Rock Museum.
wow.
No one's ever seen it.
What do you say? They were too good for the punk rock bands. Like he was like,
Yeah,
we
they
need a
they
bad
needed
punk
bands
rock.
that were worse than Cheech and Chong, so he got
the
germs.
So great.
God bless you, Darby.
Yeah.
So I did a deep dive
Yeah.
on you and Richard Dreyfuss.
Okay.
Because he played the adult you. I did
He
homework.
did, yeah. But he didn't. He played the adult me after we had finished production. Rob had cast a guy to play adult me, and was just unsatisfied with his narration. And he knew Dreyfuss. They'd gone to college together, and so the way Rob tells it, he calls him, and he says, "Would you do this for me?"
Well, he cared about the movie.
Yeah. And Rick was like, "Yeah, absolutely, I will."
Wow.
And came in and just did it in one
You call him
afternoon.
Rick?
He calls him Rick. Yeah.
One
Rick.
afternoon, the whole thing.
Just one afternoon, the whole thing.
Well, it's just
all done in
reading.
like just one session.
Wild.
Right, that's a one take Jake right there.
That's
Right.
right. And you,
So
yeah.
so he played your older self.
Yeah.
And here's you.
Yeah.
There's you.
That's me.
Yep.
Yep. Now show Richard Dreyfuss.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yep.
Yep. I mean, if you basically.
So you're
I mean, maybe
just-
if you were train hopping.
I mean, if you just put the hat on me and I wore different glasses, you could not tell that we
Yeah,
are
yeah.
different
True.
people.
Yeah,
Put
yeah.
it up
True.
again. Put it up again.
I'm
look,
doing-
I mean, look, we are very, very much
That's
the same
you.
person.
I
Yep,
love that
yep,
one.
Yep.
That's a little Haley Osment.
Are you
right
sure
there.
that's me? That's not Richard Dreyfuss? Isn't that he?
And
oh,
see,
and this is
he's aggro here too.
Yeah.
See that?
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
Ah.
This is when this is when
This is
I was-
Sharknado,
this is
right?
When I was in
Sharknado 2.
Yeah, yeah. This is exactly when I was in Sharknado 2. Yeah, there I am, right there. Yeah. This was fun.
Dog
You know what? A
eyes
lot of
like a
the
doll's
thing
eyes.
is, that's a real shark. We had to actually
Eyes.
put the rope in post, and it was 1977, and we didn't have CGI then, so we had to actually
Pull
it was
around
done
a real
frame
dead
by
shark?
frame. Yeah. Oh my God, it was so expensive, but I mean, clearly worth it if you look at that.
They still have that thing at Universal Studios.
There's-
right?
there's
Sure
you.
do.
Really worth it.
I mean,
And then I just yeah.
Oh, and there's Richard Dreyfuss and me as kids.
That's no. This is not American Graffiti.
It's not.
No.
That's from Porky's, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I love Porky's.
Can we talk about?
No, but see this one.
Feldman's
But
band?
see, look at the. That's you. See,
That's so weird.
The similarities.
Oh,
I don't see these.
It's very much.
I don't see any similarities.
Are you sure you're not mistaking me for Ron Howard? That has happened my
No,
entire
but
life.
it's the same kind of
Howard in
Yeah.
that
one,
picture.
yeah.
It's just like they're hanging around a car.
Yeah.
You guys are hanging around a car.
Yeah.
You have the same silly T-shirt, not T-shirts.
color theme.
Well, I mean, you're from that time and that time period. I mean, that's all there was to do, right?
Hang around malt shops.
But
and
it's
around
crazy
cars.
because you've grown older.
Smoke.
Yeah.
And you look like
Him
Richard
with a
Dreyfuss.
stick.
Root beer.
So I'm just saying that I think you might look like this in a while.
Really? That's where I'm headed?
I think that's good. I think I'm
Should I?
He's a handsome
so-
man.
I mean, honestly, I think there's so much worse.
How's he doing?
That's
Baby
not, that's not the
steps.
Do you
photo I
know
wanted.
how he's doing? Because he hasn't been in the public eye for a long
That's
time,
not the photo I
and
was
he's a
looking for.
wonderful actor.
The last time we were in the same place.
There it is. That's you. There it is.
Oh, that's me. That's me on my couch. That's me. That is 100%. That is me playing NHL 22 on my PlayStation. That's me right there.
That's when you open your phone and the camera's automatically on for some
Yeah.
reason. You're all, oh.
Yeah.
Well, that was my deep dive.
It's good work.
That was a deep dive.
It's really good work.
That was better than my deep dive. I thought that I was like, oh, Gordy LaChance, and I was like,
Who's
oh,
that?
I was
Who's
like,
that?
he played Geordie LaForge in Star Trek.
This is one of the greatest days of my life.
Oh, that's you, not Dreyfuss.
Nope, that's me. That is 100%
no.
me, and I will fight anybody who tries to say it's
Oh,
not.
I love
the
it.
Dukes are up.
So I went to RuPaul's Drag Con. And while I was at Drag Con, I was on stage with Ginger Minge.
Ginger.
And Ginger Minge did a drag makeover on me. And she interviewed me while she did the drag makeover on me.
My God.
Love it.
And then when it was over, because this is a black and white photo you can't see, she put purple and pink glitter all in my beard.
Oh.
I was so beautiful. She made my eyes look amazing. I believe she put a Marilyn Monroe kind of like beauty mark on
I
me
see
somewhere.
it. I do
Yeah,
see
on the,
it.
on the left.
Oh,
And
she did.
your
I
right
love
cheek.
it.
And then when this was all finished, we were downtown, and my wife and I walked over to El Cholo, where we always go before King games to eat, and I got catcalled.
Hey.
Which in
Yes,
general, I'm like not in favor of. I think catcalling is not cool. But in that particular instance,
not cool.
I felt very beautiful.
That's wonderful.
You look gorgeous.
Hey, well, you got to give him Nux because he gave you Nux. He went to go give it to you. There
Yeah,
you go.
well,
I
you,
miss it. I
we
didn't
like
see
to
it. I
feel
looked
beautiful.
away.
I felt
Yeah.
bad for the not cool thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should put it in the photo where I look a lot like this too, but I don't.
We almost
I,
played
I,
it.
didn't, I didn't prepare.
The-
It's my thing, but
Oh,
I didn't
there's some
prepare. Well, you
really
know
good
what?
ones.
You look
Through,
like
through
a
the
guy-
miracle of not live podcast, Chris can put it up.
Oh, yeah.
Chris can put it up later.
Excellent.
Oh,
and
good,
now we
good,
can
good.
see.
You look like you should be in a
Feels-
Butthole
yeah.
Surfers.
We
fucking
almost
video.
played it, right?
I feel.
And then COVID happened.
Oh yeah, we almost played the RuPaul Drag Con
Drag
this
Con.
year.
Yeah, the
wow.
drag
They
con.
invited us, but then the
To do a
budget was
panel.
we were gonna do a panel.
Then they
and
tried
it was
again,
just
but
sad.
then it didn't happen.
We only went. This was years ago. I really loved the energy there. It was really cool. It was really fun. It was like just celebratory energy. Just like
I live in that.
I like I'm a huge nerd, and I have been forever. I was a sci-fi nerd. I'm a Lego nerd. I'm an engineering
Lego.
nerd.
I didn't know about Lego.
Yeah, I'm just
I
like
love
you know,
Lego.
I just like I like building things, and I'm the weird kind of nerd that wants to know everything about everything, and when I was at that show, I just felt like, oh my God, this is like being at a Star Trek convention or a comic book convention. It's just for drag queens. And so it was like that level of we're massive nerds for this multiplied by, and also we're really into looks.
Yes.
And it was just like, oh my God.
And attitude.
I gotta go.
So much attitude.
Yeah.
So many death
Oh
traps.
God, just watching the attitude and just seeing somebody just dagger them so beautifully. And you watch the person just
Mean.
take the dagger out and go, that was fucking amazing. Do it
Yeah.
again.
Did you know that Mike, before we got signed to Fat, he had seen us at a drag show that we had played at truck in San Francisco,
true.
and
That
it
was
was
crazy.
called
A good fun show.
Lilith Bear.
Lilith Bear is amazing.
Yeah, it was,
Oh my
it was
God.
bears that were
Oh my
in drag.
God, I
Yes.
love
Yes.
that. Oh my God, I love
It was
that
bears
so
in
much.
drag. It was
So good.
It was, yeah,
And it was just a
amazing
giant
show.
drag show. We were the only band. No, there was one other band, but they were a drag band as well. And we were on this, like, first of all,
Muñecas.
the bar
Muñecas,
caught
that's
on
right.
fire like 3 hours before. And after we had loaded in, we're like, "Oh, is our stuff okay though?"
Yeah.
And we
You're
just
asking
saw
the
like
important question.
Yeah,
Right.
you know. But we did see like the drag queens in the street, like with a fireman going, "Oh, thank you for saving us."
It was so
Yeah,
funny.
I love that.
And we were on this makeshift stage, like
Yeah.
it was like.
That's why I was impressed.
10
Yeah,
feet
it
high.
was
And Mike
6
said-
feet tall. It was the
Yeah.
If
scary.
If you guys could sound good there,
You're right.
and
Then
pull
I'm
off
gonna-
harmonies there.
I'm gonna sign him.
But don't forget about those bear farts. Those were
Those
crazy.
were crazy.
Oh yeah, in the middle of the
Yeah.
set, Jenny was like, "Okay, who fucking farted?" And it was
on
like
tape.
2 people just fucking in the bathroom. It was like, "Sorry, we were just fucking in the bathroom."
Yep.
It's like,
It
well,
happens. It happens.
fair enough. It's right
Yeah.
next to the stage. It's
Smells-
okay. You know, they
smells
just
come out.
Also,
permeate.
respect for owning it.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, there were
that's
no
true.
lies.
Lots
It's
of
okay.
respect
There was
for
no
owning it.
judgment. We're
The
just like,
show
oh, that
afterwards
explains
was
it.
great, though. After we were done playing, and then you see one of the guys come out and
Oh yeah.
came out like a wrecking
Oh yeah,
ball.
one
And we're like,
one
"Is
drag
this
queen just
really
dropped a
happening
knife on the
right
top of the
now?"
stage, and it landed on its point, and it was unreal, unreal
good.
to
It was
see.
such a good
So many death drops,
I
a lot of death
live
drops.
for those moments.
Yes, same.
Yeah.
Same.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I have a company too that makes panties for men.
Really?
They're beautiful. And not just panties,
Fatal.
but clothes.
Panties, panties and dresses that match,
Yeah.
and they're made for like bros
Yeah.
because they're not super frilly.
Yeah.
They're just like
Because
know,
sometimes
nice-
you just deserve to feel sexy.
exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every time I
Mike
skate a
would kill
pool,
it at the drag con. You should go there.
You know, well, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a vendor.
Why don't I?
I don't know.
Actually,
You could dress up,
just
walk
gave out
around.
hundreds of panties to X videos for all
yeah?
the. What happened?
yesterday when he was in San Jose yesterday, we're at this like graffiti thing, and out of nowhere he's like, "You know what I was thinking about the other day?" And he's like, "You know, just keep this between us." He's all, "Fat Mike and RuPaul need to fucking link up,"
Yeah.
and he's been trying to get him. Talking to Gary, but
Link up, not hook
and,
up,
and
right?
Then, and then we talked. Well, we talked about it too because sometimes RuPaul says that it's he, and then she refers to herself as a she. So that's a fucking fun dichotomy. But we're talking about it, and it's she or he is so busy. They are so busy that he's been trying very hard to do it, and I think that would be an amazing.
so
episode.
fun.
Oh my god,
So
that would be
fun.
so great.
You know,
I got real close to getting to meet RuPaul. Oh, real close, like the other side of the door.
Oh my god.
And it didn't happen. I was so excited.
I haven't seen
Mine
that show.
now.
You haven't seen the so
Drag Race?
I
great.
ignored it
That's why she's too
for
busy.
I ignored it for a lot
I
of years
live
because
for
I
it.
just sort of like I generally don't particularly like reality television, and I kind of don't like shows where people are just kind of like being shitty to each other. But my friend was like, "Listen, you love drag. Like you're crazy about drag. Start watching with season whatever. They're actually kind of nice to each other and supportive, and you'll really be into it." So my wife and I started watching it, and this was during the pandemic when it was the worst of the pandemic, the worst of Trump, and we were like, everything is terrible. And here's this thing, and it's just fun, and it's celebratory, and it's just overflowing with love and enthusiasm and times drag.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'm into this. I'm really super into this.
Oh well,
Yeah.
I'll get you some panties. And
Thank you
some
very much.
dresses.
I'm a medium.
medium. Okay.
I'm a solid med.
Yeah.
A solid med.
Yeah.
If you'd like to see the entire video of each episode and listen commercial free, go to fatmikedude.com and subscribe.